episodes are about.
I wanted to jump back into something that you had said,
Sure.
about like expectations on dates. So if you ended up hooking up on the first date, like if you slept with somebody on the first date,
Yeah.
would that define the rest of the relationship? I want to know your viewpoint too. Would that define that relationship?
Maybe you
Like
should
this is
ask him.
only.
I feel like
I'm
he
sure
is.
you have much experience in
Yeah.
this. Would that mean that like that was only going to be a physical thing for you? Would that not be somebody that you would see down the line as like someone that you could have a relationship with, or does it depend on the person?
It depends on the
Okay.
person. Yeah.
Josh. But okay.
Yeah, Josh, go.
What was the question?
If you meet a girl on
Yeah.
a first date or whatever, the first time you've met this person,
Right.
and you guys have like quote unquote a one night stand, is that
Sure.
all that would ever be to you, or would you be open to the idea of it turning into something down the line?
See, I wouldn't. How would I put this? I would see why she have done it, because.
Because I look in the mirror every day.
Oh my god!
What if she just wanted to have sex
Oh, Josh.
and you were there?
I'm always there.
Nailed it.
Actually, like,
Cut.
I can't. I can't.
I do have friends that are like totally against that. They're like, if I bang her on the first date,
That's
then
it.
yeah, it's like she's definitely not relationship material.
Why is that?
But I think they're selling themselves short
Yeah.
because, I mean, she banged you on the first date, so you must be something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
actually,
what
that's an
I'm-
interesting point of view where you're, I would say, blaming, as a guy, you're blaming her, quote unquote,
Yeah.
versus it's like,
Double
It
standard.
takes
Well,
two to tango, bro.
yeah, it takes two to tango, so
Yeah.
maybe she's like, wow, I can't believe this guy banged me on the first date. Fuck this guy, right? So,
I feel like that's not something that crosses our
No.
minds.
I don't
It's
know
definitely
what you
not
do.
a thing for me because like my like long-term girlfriend that I got out of a relationship with, second date or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she actually like wrote like 2.5 years later she wrote, and like a thing is like, one thing I wish we didn't do, and it was do that
Sleeping
early.
on the second
Really?
date.
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I feel like, oh god,
So-
I hate
See,
myself.
I would-
I feel like waiting for like the third date is like a long time.
I suppose.
It could be, yeah. Well, it depends how
I mean-
spaced out your hangouts are. And
That's
all
true.
that.
Yeah.
I would say, for me, it goes back to the like, not having super strict
Yeah.
expectations.
That is a
right?
thing.
It
too.
just
And
depends.
then I would agree with Josh there, where it's like, yeah, as a like, don't sell yourself short, or maybe it was whatever, or going back even earlier to the spark sort of thing. Like, you know, if there's kind of a fun connection there, like, whatever,
It is what
right?
it is,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm like more likely to sleep with somebody right off the bat if I don't see a long term thing with them. So like
To like
maybe
get
I'm,
it
like,
over
more-
with, or
No, it's just like I don't
Get
really
her
care.
fix.
It's like I just don't really care about waiting that like allotted that
Mm.
amount of
I would
time
also
so that he
say-
doesn't see me as being like a quote unquote slut or whatever. I'm just kind of like
Yeah.
whatever, like I'm attracted to you. I don't think that this would be like a long term thing,
Yeah.
but like I'm into it
I would
now, so I'm
also
just gonna
say-
do it and I'm not gonna like restrict myself.
I think girls think about it more too,
Yeah, this
where
is
you're
true.
like, well, if I give it up too early, will he think I'm a slut? Will he think I like?
Because
do
I
see-
think
do
that's
this all
what
the time?
happens.
And the dude's mind is just like,
Guys
I
are
gotta
just like,
bang this girl.
yeah.
I really don't think that it's so much like the fact that they're having sex right away. I think it's like how you act after
Yeah. That's a
will
good point.
kind of dictate
That's a good point.
But I-
Who
Yeah,
is the
because-
you in that
The-
statement?
both, honestly.
Both, yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
yeah, I think you're right. It does depend on the person, but I think a lot of times like you can't know really what's going to happen after. Like
Yeah, for sure.
you know, it's like okay, I'm going to sleep with this person because I want to, they're attractive, I feel something there.
Right.
It happens, and then after is kind of when you're like, it wasn't that great.
I would say again,
This is
girls-
why people
girls-
have performance anxiety.
girls think
This
about.
is actually an interview, so if I wake up the next day and I'm like, meh, then we're probably not gonna hang out again. I'm kidding.
I mean,
Fair enough.
I'm sorry, but tell me that I'm wrong.
Well, no, like if it just like wasn't that great, and then maybe that means that your connection wasn't that great or whatever, right? And then that kind of.
But I
tells
think
you.
it's not always right because the first time is always weird, awkward, uncomfortable. Things like you're just like you don't have your groove. Well, I mean,
It
unless you
depends.
find, yeah, I mean, I guess, but like I have had some serious uncomfortable first encounters. No? Am I the only one? Okay, cool.
No, I'm trying to think. Okay, hold on.
It is dependent on both parties.
Okay,
I
that's
would
not
say.
true.
I would
I've
also
had some
say
really awkward, uncomfortable first encounters, and there was never a second. So that's
Yeah.
you're
Thank
right.
you.
But it doesn't.
You
it's not-
haven't?
first time isn't
no,
always
oh,
awkward.
absolutely. Like I'm not gonna stand here and be holier than thou.
No, I'm
Every
perfect.
first time.
I think you two are
Alright, yeah,
holier
yeah.
than thou.
Yeah.
No, like there's a first time and then it just keeps going.
You've never had a one night stand.
No, I've had lots of one night stands. Just kidding, Mom.
Yeah. Actually,
Oh yeah, my mom listens to these now too. Oh no,
Does she really?
I forgot about that.
She started listening?
Yes.
Oh.
And in the last episode, I'm like, I don't believe in God. And then in this one that's coming out on Tuesday, I talk about butt plugs. Like, I'm gonna get excommunicated.
No way, your mom's
struck
cool
from the will.
I'm
No,
done.
your mom's cool.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My
But
mom
I don't know.
is-
I think also on that topic, I would say I think girls think about it more for sure. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys are kind of honestly guys are like chimps. Honestly, like we just want to bang and eat and shit. Like that's
Yeah,
all
would
we
you
really
recommend
want to
doing
do.
that?
Oh my god.
Right. So girls,
Yeah, we
don't worry
overthink
about
a
it
lot.
too
Yeah.
much. So